The song on the CD, when I recorded it, is tuned about a quarter step high from normal tuning. That wasn't necessarily intentional. Well, I guess it was kind of. I recorded it in the regular key of B, and it just didn't seem to have the punch I was looking for. So I tuned my guitar up just a little bit, kind of make it a little higher. So what we're going to do here is to get you kind of the best possible sound. It won't be exactly the right key the CD is in, but what we're going to do is put a capo right here. If you have one of these, you'll probably need this to play it. Put this on the first fret of the neck of the guitar there, and the song's pretty easy to play. I mean, it's no real fancy stuff in this song at all. You'll need to know how to do bar chords, and you'll need to know how to palm mute. So what you'll do is, from here on out, the second fret, because the capo is on the first fret, is going to be referred to the first, and the third is going to be the second, if that makes sense. So this will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3, so forth. What you'll need to do is, it starts out with a bar chord, a minor bar chord, which would normally be a B bar chord. So that note right there. Second string is the A string on the second fret there. Sounds like that when you play it all the way through. So you do the little vocal intro if that's your thing. This hole in my chest has been getting the best of mine. So that starts right there, and then that's when the guitar kicks in. This song is in what's called 3/4 time, and most songs that you hear on the radio are going to be in 4/4 time, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this song is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. So what you want to do is, if you know how to palm mute, take the fat part of your hand right here, your left hand, your picking hand, your right hand, your picking hand, and you place it against the bridge, just a little bit in front of the bridge on the strings there. Kind of gives it that fat sound, that muted sound, just like that. So you want to take the B minor bar chord and kind of hit the first string in that chord, which is actually the A string, go, and then you want to hit like just a couple other strings in the chord further down. I hit the what would normally be the G string and the B string. Just like that. So that's the first part. And then the second part's almost just like that, but what you want to do is move to the last string and do a G major bar chord on what's the third fret. So you go. I move up. When I move to the G bar chord, I change the other two strings that I hit. So instead of hitting G and B, which were down here, I hit, it will be the D and the G string. So last part of the riff, just do an A chord. So same type of deal, but do A chord, and you're hitting as the second part of that, you're hitting the B and the G strings again, and then just the last part is an open E minor chord. So together it all sounds like this. Essentially the whole song, and in fact that's also the chorus. I do something a little different during the chorus to fatten it up. In my mind, the song was always going to be played on electric guitar when I wrote it. So a lot of bands, instead of just playing normal power chords, like that would be the and the jail right there. But I kind of fattened up. I stretched the top part of the bar out to include the E string on the second fret there. So I put my finger all the way across it. Even though you would normally only play like that, I'd stretch it out up a little bit, just right there. Give it a little bit more fatness to the chord. And the jam! And then you do the G chord. Of your touch, never thought. A chord again, and then it's the same chord progression, so it goes B, G, A, E minor. So it sounds like this. and the chill of your touch. Never thought I'd miss the cold so much. Wrapped in stone, but at home. But the last part, instead of playing the A chord again, you just hit an open E. Go straight from the B to the G. Feel at home, and then you go and let this ring out. Hit the E minor chord. If only you knew that this home was created by. And start back into your 3/4 time palm muting progression here. You. Play through the second verse again in the chorus one more time, just like that. But on the second chorus, when you're doing the and the chill, like you normally would, just like the first verse, and excuse me, first chorus, you do, and then you let the E minor chord ring out at the end. If only you knew that this home was created by. And you kind of stop the ringing right there, and then you get ready to go straight into a regular D chord. And this is the progression for this part of the song. It goes D, and then to an A chord, and then to a G chord. Just plain old regular G, and then it gets a little tricky here. So that part, so I walk to the edge, I look at the sea, never imagine how easy. This is where you step down. You just kind of take your last finger off of that G chord, or excuse me, it will be your middle finger, and then just kind of walk it down to E. You go to, which would be, this is the second fret on the last string. So it goes. So that last part is an E minor chord again. So walk to the edge, look at the sea, never imagine how easy it'd be. Leave me no choice to hear your voice. I feel so free. So that part doesn't really change. Once you've figured that out, you can play almost the entire song. The only part that's different is when you're leading into that last, doing that part again after the third verse. I do, for the last chorus, I do include the A chord on the last part, so. And the chill of your touch, I never thought I'd miss the cold so much, wrapped in stone. Pretty much the whole song, and then at the end, you know, the words change. It goes, this home you created is now dissipated by you. So that's the only part that changes again at the end there. So once you know those three little portions there, you can play the entire song. Now we'll review really quickly this riff. So there's that riff, then there's the the chorus, and then you've got, I guess what would be the second chorus, because it does it twice in the song. So there you have it. That is the inside look at Bayou. Not a very difficult song to play. A little harder to sing. That's probably one of the most difficult ones to sing, at least for me. So happy learning and happy playing. Have fun playing that song. That's one I love to play. It sounds really good on electric guitars. Maybe you'll get to hear that someday. Anyway, have fun. Enjoy.